So it's about 4:22 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon, December the 10th, 2017. This morning when I woke up, I had I don't know, had a really strange sensation in my head. Well, especially in the back of my head. It's something that I felt before, but it just came back. But this time when it came back, it just made me feel like, I don't know. It just woke me up. It just I I mentioned this before. It felt like a electric shock in the back of my head, especially like just just above my neck, but mainly in the back of my head. It feels like a brain zap, which is a sensation with anxiety. I know it's from anxiety because it's a symptom other people that suffers from anxiety have, but I had it this past this past winter. Well, more towards this year, and sometime last year too. But it went away for a couple of months and recently it came back. Which is the reason why I start shaving my hair really short. Because when I started having anxiety, I start having panic attacks while I'm taking a shower. So I stopped cutting my hair for almost a year, and then my hair got so long that when I felt that electric shock sensation, every time I felt it, I would stop pulling on my hair, and then I'll pull my hair off. And when I finally cut my hair this past May 2017, that sensation went away. But recently it came back. When it comes back, it feels the same, but sometimes it feels different. If that makes sense, it just feels like a really really bad electric shock in the back of the head. It can happen anywhere in your body, but for me, I get in the back of my head, and um, I get I get like ingrown hair and little razor bumps in the back of my head. So every time I feel it, it's always around the area where I had these bumps, and then it feels like it feels like those bumps are about to just pop on me. And then my stomach started acting weird. My stomach felt like it was full, and I didn't even eat anything. It didn't do me into a panic attack or anything. I just woke up in the morning and just went back to sleep. Which was a strange sensation for me. Also last night I kept having some other sensations. Nothing too bad, but I kept feeling like there's something in my throat. You know, something. It's another sensation, symptom that you get from anxiety. But sometimes when you get these symptoms, these sensations you never had before, it kind of makes you wonder what's going on. But it's anxiety. But sometimes you wonder why you're getting them out of nowhere. But anyways, I'm about to go for a quick walk and before it gets dark. Hmm. So I just made it home. Like I said, I was only going to go for a quick walk. I actually just woke up from a nap. Um, Sometimes when I'm just laying there watching TV, I just fall asleep. Like at night I can't. Sometimes at night when I want to fall asleep, I can't. Um, well, it's just anxiety, but you know, I also been thinking about looking for a job. I mentioned that a lot of times, but sometimes just leaving my house for like half an hour, 10, 15 minutes, it might seem like I'm able to go find a job and stay there for like 8 hours, but that's probably not like really easy for me to do at the moment. But I'm not gonna rush myself to try to find a job. I want to be able to find a job where somewhere close by, just so I can see how I'll handle the job. Because going outside, going to the mall for like 5 to 5 minutes, 10 minutes to like an hour is one thing, but staying at one place for 8 hours with anxiety, that's a different thing. Sometimes I can go outside for half an hour, sometimes I can do it for 1 hour, sometimes I can't. I can only do it for 5 minutes. So finding a job, staying there for like 8 hours. I'm not too sure if I'm ready for that, but I'm not gonna be upset if I'm not ready for that, because right now my goal is to actually leave my house every day. So far I haven't missed a day yet. Um, so I'm happy about that. Like there was one point I wouldn't even leave my house at all. Especially I don't remember if I even left my house towards the beginning of this year or not. Like towards the beginning of January to like March, and I don't know if I even left my house. I know towards the end of April, that's when I start leaving my house. But you know, so hopefully towards the beginning of 2018, I'll just keep going, keep pushing farther and farther each time. And it's crazy how time goes by so fast. I just remember summer just went by, and summer just went by just like that. And we're heading towards winter, if it's not winter already. I'm not even too sure if we're still on fall or winter right now. The season, well, especially in California, I get mixed up with the season, because even when it's fall, sometimes it feels like it's still spring. But I'm happy that I'm leaving my house. Yesterday I was the first day I went to the mall on my own, even though I was only there for like 10-15 minutes. Sure, I was a little nervous at first, but you'll get nervous from time to time for no reason with anxiety. Sometimes you might be nervous because you're actually going there. You can get nervous for whatever reason. You can be like, oh, I'm afraid there's gonna be too much people, I'm afraid there's no parking, I'm afraid that there's too much customers, there's this and there's that. But it's just that you're sitting at home thinking about what might happen, and whatever you think might happen never actually happens. That's how it is with anxiety. Once you have a panic attack, what's going to happen? Your mind is going to be programmed into thinking you're going to have more. Some people will have one, they can get over it. They won't think about the next one. And there are millions of us that will get one, and then the next day we're like, we're gonna think about it again. So it really depending on who gets them. It doesn't matter. You can be the smartest person, the strongest person. Anyways, I'm about to head back inside.